It's now time for Remember When with Uncle John. John Guess, Ouachita County's resident storyteller and local historian. Sit back now and enjoy a walk down memory lane as John recalls the days of yesteryear in his own unique way. You never know, some of it might even be true. So here's Uncle John, along with his trusty sidekick, Kelly Blair.
Back on Remember When with Uncle John. Well, we have done it. We have reached finish line Friday, and around here, these parts, that means we have got a top tune to be talked about. Lay it on us, Johnny.
The number one song in the land, June 24th, 1982, exactly 40 years ago.
Exactly 40 years ago.
My old friend, our good friend, Arkansas born and raised, Mr. Conway Twitty.
Hey, there you go. Harold Jenkins.
I've told this story before. Pine Bluff Convention Center. Merle Haggard, George Jones, and Conway Twitty.
What a lineup.
You know, Merle started it out. They wasn't sure George was going to be there. But the second man on the stage was Conway. He walked out to that stage with one big spotlight, you know, shining on the microphone. He walked out, you know, standing ovation, you know. He just stood there till it got real quiet. Deathly quiet.
Yep.
He's eased up to the microphone and he said, "Hello, darling."
Yeah, there you go.
I'm going to tell you now, that ain't a better way to start a show, you know. But number one in the land, this time 40 years ago, was Slow Hand by Mr. Harold Jenkins.
Well, that was pretty good, too.
Originally recorded by the Pointer Sisters.
Huh, how about that?
Written by John Bettis and Michael Clark. You know, it was covered by Conway with some minor lyric changes, you know, to accommodate a heterosexual male singer.
Right.
You know, it wasn't exactly the same words as it was with the Pointer Sisters.
Nah, that makes sense.
But Conway Twitty was the best friend the song ever had.
Yeah, I can see that, too.
I remember the day. I can tell you where I was sitting, reading the newspaper when it come across the radio that he had a heart attack. I think it was a blood clot, I believe. I'm not sure.
Yep.
But passed away on the way to the hospital in his tour bus, you know. What a singer.
Yes.
You know, what an ambassador for country music.
What an entertainer.
What an entertainer. Like I said, I that's one of those moments that you remember all your life. I was at that concert with a young lady that was a little older than me that had a little bit more appreciation for the country music than I did at that time. But I knew what, you know, I remember them tight-fitting jeans, you know, and I remember everybody went crazy over that song.
There you go.
But he walked out there and walked up to that microphone and waited till it got quiet. He just stood there till it got quiet, and he said, "Hello, darling."
I bet it didn't get quiet after that.
You know, even me at that time, it give you goosebumps. You know?
Yep.
But anyway, this is a great song. One of the, you know, Conway Twitty could take anybody else's song. He could have took a Ted Nugent song and made it a country song.
Yeah, yeah.
But great song, number one in the land, 40 years ago today. I can tell you exactly what I was doing 40 years ago today. I was off the oil rig and I was partying.
There you go.
Spending that money.
Absolutely.
All right, everybody, run the needle. Let's run the needle through Conway, and we appreciate everybody for listening. Go down to the Shopper's Guide. Tell JJ, Uncle John, and Kelly sent you. Get you some business cards. Don't do nothing. Put your phone number on there to pass them out as souvenirs.
There you go. Absolutely.
Get you some stationery. Go down there and see JJ and tell them Uncle John and Kelly sent you.
You know, you can trade them around kind of like baseball cards or whatever.
Absolutely.
Make your friends go get theirs. You get their card. You give them theirs. All that kind of good stuff.
You know, there's quite a few famous cards of Uncle John pasted up around in bars and beer joints and restaurants. You know, I used to keep a business card with me, you know. Some quite entertaining things on those old cards, you know.
Absolutely.
You know, I was the only, according to the business card, I was the only expert elevator, escalator repairman in the Chittister Red Hill Reader area.
Absolutely.
You know, so, you know, lots of, you know, custom-built margaritas made by the rainbow vacuum cleaner method. You know, I originated and invented the custom-made margaritas made in the rainbow vacuum cleaner.
Wow, there you go.
I passed them business cards out all over the world, you know. But anyway, go down and see JJ. Tell them we sent you.
Also, go in and tell the great folks over at Sherwin-Williams House Paint, ProMed Ambulance Service, and the Prescott Raceway that we sure do appreciate them sponsoring Remember When with Uncle John. We'll see you on Monday, John.
See you next week, Kelly.
You've been listening to Remember When with Uncle John on Y95. This broadcast can be heard each weekday morning at 6:45 on South Arkansas's favorite station, Y95.